Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot.
Hello,
Without a
everybody,
doubt,
and
it is the
welcome
week's
to
most
today's match.
eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The action has already started. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Mbappe is flagged offside. That looks a cracking ball. So Dida between the sticks for this one. Widely recognised, as we all know, Jim, to be one of the great keepers from Brazil.
The big easy. For me, there was indeed a time in his career where he was considered as being one of the best, Peter, if not the very best. You don't have a career like his unless you're quite special.
That's good vision. Caught offside that time. First quarter of an hour gone. Eto'o. Beckham.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers. Don't concede the opener.
Scores! And that is wildly off target.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
Cafu gets across to intercept that. Robertson. Oh, this is a very good run. And he's managed to get rid. Beckenbauer. It's a pretty loose pass. Cafu. Beckenbauer. And the shot's on. It's dropped! Oh, that is very close.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming. They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Cafu. Scholes. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Eto'o. Eto'o! Same again, same outcome.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
And we have our very first corner. Header! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he was quick to react. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Schneider. Oh, super find.
This is the time you need that pace.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And it's Luis Suarez. Drogba. Griezmann. He's got full. And it's come back out to him. A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. But it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal. But it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. So we reach the halfway point.
India really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Cafu. The counter-attack is on here for Inter. Eto. That's a lovely, neat pass. Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. And he's picked out the run. That's been cut out, well played. Dida gets it away.
The attendance for this match was
And that's a good... There's the shot! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Robertson, and the counter is on. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Keeper has taken decisive action. Eto. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Scholes. No, that's been intercepted. Schneider. Cafu. Looking for options for movement. He's got away. Breeze hits one. And now they can clear their lines.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Beckenbauer. Oh, it's Scholes. Eto.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Oh, that was vital. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Inter clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Didier Drogba.
And he's managed to gift it back.
Suarez. Number 22, Schneider. Number 9, Griezmann.
And he can clear it away.
Number 2, Cafu. Coming on the field.
That's a throw.
Number 21, Erling Haaland. Number 20.
Can he latch on to this?
Number 11, Johan Cruyff.
Deftly away.
Number 10, Messi. Number
Well,
8,
both sides
João
might have to
Cancelo.
settle for a draw here,
Substitutions taking
although
place.
there's still a chance for one last fling.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And there goes the final whistle. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, a decent draw, Peter,
Hello,
with a good
attendees.
mix of
This is
action
a
and
lost
plenty of talking
children's
points,
announcement.
and it ended with the
Would
right
father of
result,
a
in
boy
my
a
opinion.
yellow t-shirt kindly make
Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us.
Hello,
As you can
everybody,
see, we
and
are all
welcome to
set.
today's
The
match.
game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. We have already started here. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Quality ball. And he welcomes it in. Oh, that's fabulous.
Look, movement creates more...
In with a header! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Cleared without complication. Nedved, whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And he's quick to get it clear again. Ball's gone out of play. Cafu. And here's Griezmann. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Cafu. Beckenbauer gets good distance on it. Still goalless at the moment. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Rummenigge is herring after that one. Robertson. And he's managed to get free.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
Oh, shooting chance! India with the corner, they're first. In for a header! He's delivered all right! Great corner, and he did the rest.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth and a ghost-like arrival to get his head to the ball.
So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them...
David Villa! He scored! They're level in a trice!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
That is just the top drawer finish. He was always in control and couldn't have placed it any better.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Caceres. That's a nicely measured pass. Big header! Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Nedved. Caceres. Played crossfield, changing the point of attack. That's a lovely, neat pass. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. India head back in at the break after a first half that has been, from a scoreline point of view in any case, an even one. Both sides have contributed in equal measure, neither looking overly under pressure from the other. And at the break, glass half full, half empty. It's 1-1. Well, the scoreline indicates a pretty tight game, but there has been a lot of action in it, and it has been an exceptionally good watch. The score at half-time, 1-1. He's got tall. Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Pass is just off target. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Couldn't squeeze it through. It's good pressure, good intensity.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
The attendance for
Just
this
deflected
match
over the goal line for a corner.
198.
Well, the opening goal did come from a corner. Now then. Up for a header! Decent enough try.
Christ did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
Cafu, he's picked his way through. And that has been cleared. Corner number 3 coming up. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
David Villa! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Dink through. Yeah. Cafu. Cafu tries making a foray down the right, and he skips past his man. Caceres did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Luis Suarez, and he's managed to get rid.
Substitution on the field. Number 18, Suarez. Number 4, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Number 11,
Up he goes!
Number 9,
And somehow he managed to miss it.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Number 21,
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
Owen. Number 15, Neymar.
India showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Cancelo.
Gently done. Now it's Batistuta. And they're not going to make any further progress now. He won't be happy with that one. No, that's been intercepted. Robertson.
Well, both sides
2 added minutes
might have to
has been
settle for a
indicated.
draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
And there goes the final whistle. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities. And
ഭയങ്കര അവസ്ഥ പിടിച്ച ഗെയിമാണ്.
what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
ജയിക്കാവുന്ന കളികളൊക്കെ കൊണ്ട് കളയാനുള്ള
Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're up and running.
Well, it goes without saying, Peter, that it's an absolute privilege to see the great Lothar Matthäus here.
And great is no overstatement. Certainly one of Germany's most decorated players, and in a sense, someone who became synonymous with German football itself and all it stands for.
Yeah, I'll buy into that, Peter, on both accounts. And you can also pick up on the fact that he's the pioneer.
Oh, shooting chance! And he's done it!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Well, when the game's played like that, it's made to look very simple. You know, I love watching football like this. Easy, effective, 1-2 and bang. Thanks very much.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. He's through now, it's a great chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Van Basten. Oh no, this does not look good. Van Basten. Oh, good Kane! Put it away! It's a goal! Lyon are level. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
Oh, smashing header! They've scored! And they've got their lead back. That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth and a ghost-like arrival to get his head to the ball.
India get themselves into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
That's a shade optimistic. DiMarco. 30 minutes gone. And here's Van Basten. Now that's well seen too. Robertson. Olise. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's intervened well there. Maldini, the man we've all come to watch. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Now it's Mbappe. Nice ball, and he might be in here. Van Basten! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And it's a corner.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, it's dropped back.
3 minutes added time.
And here's Van Basten. He's going to be disappointed with that. And the first 45 minutes are up. So half-time, no shortage of action and talking points at both ends of the field. 3 goals to light up the crowd, and a fair reflection of the territorial state of play, with the half-time scoreline 2 goals to 1. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it remains very delicately poised, and based on the promise we've seen through the first 45 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if this takes another twist or two. It certainly would be in keeping.
India come in at half-time, largely satisfied with where they are. After a half which has certainly had its moments, has been lit up with some flair from time to time. The scoreline in their favour at the break, 2 goals to 1. So we're just settling back into this second half. And the pass is intercepted.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Cleared away. In comes the corner.
Substitution for Lyon. Number 10.
It's their
Olise.
second corner of the game.
Coming on to replace him is number 20.
Cleared without complication. Mateus. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe!
That's just playing it safe
The
and
attendance
simple.
for this match was 72,306. Substitutions taking place.
Odegaard.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach. That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Haaland proves just a little bit too strong. Rodri. Shot a goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Rodri really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Number 8.
Well,
Bellingham.
height could make all
Coming
the
on
difference
field
on
is
these set pieces.
Number 5, Franz Beckenbauer.
Maldini tries to clear. He's going for goal! And that has been cleared. Lyon have the chance to go the other way. And he's had it nicked away. And here's Mbappe. DiMarco looking to run onto it.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down.
There's the hit! Oh, what a big... In he goes again! Now it's fallen loose again! That pass has been well intercepted. Beckenbauer. Oh, great chance! And he's there to get it away.
Substitution for Lyon. Number 11, Van Basten. Number 9, Mbappe.
Oh, that's such a good run.
Number
More of that,
32,
please.
DiMarco.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Number 18, Baggio. Number 7, Vinicius Junior.
A reprieve,
Number
albeit
3,
perhaps momentary.
Cancelo.
Robertson.
If they want to counter, they could do with more.
Haaland! Caught offside that time.
India certainly don't need to overcommit now. Their priority lies further back.
Well, nicely intercepted. Spread out to the left. Fiddles it through.
Added minutes
Can he
have
latch
been
onto
indicated.
this? He has found the way through. Messi! Oh, taken with style. A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest, it is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. And as you can see, we've already started here. Climbs up big, has another go! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Snyder actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Now it's Griezmann. Header! Oh, split-second reaction.
Drogba clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. Beckenbauer cuts it out. And here's Griezmann. David Villa. He could be in here. Nice ball, and he might be in here. Yamal! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. Yamal duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
So, a breakthrough already. That has been slung wide.
India are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
He rises! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. No way through. He can run onto that. Drogba. He's beaten the lot. Shapes to shoot! No mistake! They have come roaring back!
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen.
And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
That is good alertness. Played out to the left flank.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And that has been cleared.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That's a nicely measured pass. It's Drogba! And it's in! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. You just know there is no stopping that.
Oh, the contact was fantastic, right on the bootlaces, and it packed a lot of venom for what was a really potent strike.
Substitution on the field. Number 19, David Villa.
Manchester United choosing to make the first change.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
India take the lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. It had to be. No, that was never going to make it. Well timed, excellent interception.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So
And
we
now,
reach the halfway
to all
point.
members of the
Well,
crowd,
give me a moment
I'd
to get
like
my
to
breath
ask
back.
you to join
What
me
a
in
super
wishing
half of
our
football.
birthday
Instant
boy
crack,
a very
goals,
special
comebacks,
birthday.
and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Substitution
India
on the
leading
field.
by one in a
Number
finely
7,
poised game.
Cristiano
It is
Ronaldo.
intriguing to watch and could
Coming on
easily
the
go
field
either way.
is number 23.
So we're just settling back into this second half. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Beckenbauer kept his eye on it, and he's there. And he's picked out the run. Ball quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed.
Up he goes! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Griezmann being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Suarez is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
The attendance for this match was 72,000.
Oh, that's a key interception.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach.
And he thumps it clear. Now it's Schneider. And here's the chance to counter. Oh, he's burst through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That's really well manoeuvred. That is a great pick out. Adams gets rid without sophistication. Cafu gets good distance on it. Beckenbauer calmly anticipates. And that's put paid to a promising move. Engages and forces him off the ball. That looks a good ball through.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
That's a decent clearance. Out of play for a throw. He's got tall. And that would have won it.
He got too ahead of himself there, thinking how he could have made things safe.
Into the last 5 minutes. Belletti. Good spot, he's seen the run.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Picked out brilliantly.
There will be 1 minute at a
Adams
time.
is there and he can get that clear. Cafu. Caught offside that time. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. India have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. We have already started here. Robertson. And he's had it nicked away. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. Mbappe! Marvellous goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. He's played him through. And he's only too happy to take that back. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Out to the right. Mbappe. And through to the goalkeeper.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Out for a throw. Neymar. Valverde defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now there's a fine ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Looking tidy in possession here. Mbappe! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Manchester United with the corner. They're first. Bruno Fernandes. He's going for goal. It's there. And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
He's got the shot away! It's in! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
We have got ourselves... Could be danger here. He is through here. It's Luis Suarez! They've done it! They have come roaring back!
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has. Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And here's Mbappe, strokes it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Alexander-Arnold to Bruno Fernandes. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. He won't be happy with that one. The referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. India playing their part in a real slugfest here, a glut of goals, and nothing to suggest much is going to change. The midway point of the game.
We've seen some really terrific football in that half with the flow of goals, and of course there are mistakes, but I'm not in a mood to moan.
Coming on the field.
Terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow. media kick off the second half. No way through. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Gets his pass away, looking for the runner. That is a brilliant interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
And that is a little undercooked. Bellingham. He's going to be disappointed with that.
The attendance for this match was 72,000.
And here's Owen.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
Cafu. Drogba.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And that's a goal kick. Beckenbauer picks it up from the goal kick. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. Bellingham. Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that. Alvarez. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And smartly reclaimed. And here's Mbappe. Bellingham. They've won a corner.
Substitution on the field. Number 7.
Corner number 2 then.
Fernandez. Number 4. Alvarez. Number 13. Mbappe.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Cantona. Number 17. Erling Haaland.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Owen.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Rummenigge. That is ended up in no man's land.
There will be 1 minute
Now it's
added
Haaland.
time.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And the referee brings it to a close. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out... Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this
Hello,
lot.
everybody, and
Without a doubt,
welcome
it is
to
the week's
today's
most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Such scenes here. A sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. And already we're underway here.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly.
Shot at goal! That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Yellow or red? It is red. India already a man down in these early stages. That has left the boss thinking about what harm it has done to their chances. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, this guy, Rodri, was one of Europe's most coveted midfielders when he was on the market. Often seen as an integral component in the next generation of Spanish midfielders.
There's the hit! Goal! Botafogo! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So the first moment of real significance.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Beckham. Luis Suarez. Beckham.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Drogba. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Cafu. He's got goal. It's in. They have got it. They have their equaliser.
And it's another really good show of character. I love the spirit and togetherness they muster. Never know when they're beaten.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
India grab the equaliser. Big header! And it's in! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
India clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Luis Suarez! No mistake! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Even some of the opposing fans are clapping that. You just have to appreciate it.
Oh, that's a measured delight. The curl he applied was immaculate.
This is quite a battle.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
The less said about that pass, the better. And he's there to retrieve it. Cruyff. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's half-time here. India playing their part in a real slugfest here. A glut of goals and nothing to suggest much is going to change. How would you review the first half?
Well, we've seen at times it can be harder to play against 10, and that seems to be holding true so far. Something I've experienced in the past, and with this sort of intensity and fearlessness, who knows, they might just get something they want.
He's one-on-one! And the shot! Marvellous goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
Now the finish! It's a goal! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. How very smart. He just got it right.
Suarez really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's been the outstanding player on the pitch and devastating in front of goal. What a display, what a player.
So the lead now is 2.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
He's played him through. Ter Stegen, will they claim to that? Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Oh, and he's through the middle. Botafogo can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Toure was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Cruyff. Oh, it's come loose. Played back towards his own goal.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Oh, good-looking ball. No, that's been intercepted. The final 5 minutes. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Robertson really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. 2 minutes to be added on. Vieira was in no mood. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. India have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial set. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. The action has already started. Adams did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Schneider. That's a good ball out wide. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And a header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Driving forward. He's picked his way through. Messi shapes to shoot.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Still goalless. Danielson. Gently done. Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. Drogba. Great chance! Goal!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Yamal.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Messi. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Schmeichel deals with it effortlessly.
Barcelona clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Van Bouten kept his eye on it, and he's there. Costa Curta. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. He is through here! And he's managed to get rid. India have reclaimed it. DiMarco, he's got away. Cross deflected behind for a corner. India with the corner, they're first. Header! No mistake! And that for him is goal number 10. Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
India are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. How would you review the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
India ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. And the game has already resumed here. Drogba unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. DiMarco. Schneider. Messi. Luis Suarez! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Suarez really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
keeper has taken decisive action. India are looking to go forward now. That's a lovely, neat pass. And he's picked out the run. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think...
Goes into the header! They are rampant! And surely that settles it! What a super header, dispatched beautifully.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth and a ghost-like arrival to get his head to the ball.
A case now of complete control. Oh, well played, well played. Cafu. That's cause for mild irritation.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 9.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Danielson. Number 3.
That's a little off target. Cruyff.
Number 10. Messi.
Aim forwards.
Number 13.
Now it's Inzaghi. Oh, well played.
Coming on the field.
Dealt with nicely by the
Number
defence.
17. Mbappe.
That's really
Number
well manoeuvred.
21. Kubo. Number 5. Franz Beckenbauer. Number 8.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Number 6.
Oh, and he's through the middle.
Guardiola. Substitution in progress.
He's played him through. Cafu. Cafu plays it in. It's gone in, and it is an own goal.
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
India got some help from Lady Luck there. They all count. Moved on forwards. DiMarco kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Can he spark a counter here? Griezmann, and he's onside. Griezmann! And another try! Danger averted for now. DiMarco. Looks to clip it forward. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Cafu going full steam down the flank. He rises! And it's headed over. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. India looking by any yardstick formidable, truly enjoyable to watch and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them.
Hey guys,
Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. The action has already started. Tries a shot! He's scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
India finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Well, that's beautifully weighted, and that is expertly dealt with. Well, there's the clearance. Now it's Rafinha. He is through here. Cafu, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Has a go! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That is a great pick out. And Messi! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
DiMarco kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, that's fabulous. Schneider. Oh, well played. And he's there to belt it away. And it's Luis Suarez. Griezmann! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Griezmann really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
India with the corner, there first. And that has been cleared. Vieira, the ball has bounced loose now. Milan are looking to go forward now. And here's Shevchenko. Beckenbauer did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Cafu. Cleared without hesitation. Griezmann. Schneider. He's got away. DiMarco. He's had a hit! It's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it certainly livened things up a bit, and that next goal now is absolutely crucial.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Suarez really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
India grab the equaliser, and we're all... And that'll be the final action of the first half. India head back in at the break after a first half that has been, from a scoreline point of view in any case, an even one. Both sides have contributed in equal measure, neither looking overly under pressure from the other. And at the break, glass half full, half empty. It's 1-1. Reflections on the first half?
Look, this match promised goals, and it certainly hasn't let us down. It's been really, really entertaining.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And we are back on the way. Now it's Drogba. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. It's their second corner of the game. Keeper has taken decisive action. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, what a climb! Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
And here's Shevchenko. And that's a good ball. Can he finish? And the ball's come loose here. Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
DiMarco. Forwards and with intent. And he's managed to get... It's Luis Suarez! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Great hit! Goal, Milan! And again they hit the front. That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, that defence is perplexed by the fact they've allowed him the space.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Didier Drogba.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Suarez.
Milan
Number
get themselves
22,
into the lead.
Schneider. Number 9, Griezmann.
And it's Shevchenko.
Coming on the field. Number 21,
Shevchenko!
Number 20, Owen. Number 11, Johan Cruyff. Number 10, Messi.
Rummenigge has it out wide and in space. Cruyff. Cafu. Oh, smashing header! So close to drawing level.
Makes you think, Peter, they could have been doing this earlier. Still, it's encouraging.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner. India really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And it's Modric. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Haaland. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
India have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Modric.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
And Shevchenko! Decent hit and on target. Terrific header. It's there. And that should do it. Within sight of the finish line. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Milan could not have picked... And we're done. India were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning.